Yo, what's good YouTube? So today I'm going to be running through some NASDAQ backtests, some NQ backtests, literally every single video. There's so many people asking for it, so thought I'd deliver. I'm going to be going from the start of the year. I need to do the entire year backtesting anyway for the mentorship, so thought killed two birds with one stone. Get some source out for you guys too. And yeah, just literally January the 1st or anywhere back here, and yeah, I'll just be talking through everything that I looked to see in the market starting every day, and yeah, let's see what returns we can look to get. Yeah, so 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. That's gonna be my session. So if you see me skipping, that's why. It's probably just like out of session or something. Looking really bullish. Nasdaq is a bullish instrument anyway. We're going to be going up more than we're going down. That's already a clean ass trade. Point of control isn't in favor. Okay. Let me slow down a little bit. Point of control is not in favor. That's the volume session profile. That's down here. That would be better to see above, but we've kind of been running all day. Bigger structure is bearish, but the current 5-minute structure, which is what we're looking at, is bullish. So in terms of entry, shooting up quite fast. This entirely depends on what time I actually broke candle. If that was before kind of like 2 minutes 30 into the candle, then I would not have taken break. I like break to happen in the last half of a candle. So this is, completely up to what's happening in the market. I've already kind of seen the return already. Up to liquidity potentially. That'll be a 1 to 3. If we are gonna continue bullish, yeah. Okay, I didn't realize it shot off that fast, but I need to record all of these for the mentorship anyway, so I need to look back and watch through this entire video again. So I'm gonna try and make shit concise, just for my sake as well as yours. But yeah, already 3%. That one was a little bit of hindsight. I wasn't expecting to see a trade already, but yeah, let's just keep on moving forward. See what else wants to happen. Relatively choppy price action, breaking to the upside, but a few more hours. We'll see if another zone wants to be formed. I wouldn't be looking to take this even if you got a tap. This is not valid liquidity, and we never broke liquidity's high. So yeah, looking like 3 p.m. So yeah, once we get to 3 p.m, just hop on over to 7 a.m. the next day, which is NFP. Don't know if I'll be trading NFP, like actually. And I'm not taking accuracy zones. So if you guys know a bit about the LSD model, I'm not going to be taking accuracy zones personally. It's quite clean, to be fair. It's one candle liquidity, but we also have liquidity up here, which forms kind of like a visual swing, which is always great to see, just under here. So I'm not looking at this swing for our liquidity, but we got a gap attached, just kind of like a high probability zone. And the entry was on this flip. That rejection is fucking insane. That is great rejections. And it is quite a big stop loss, which is quite annoying. I probably wouldn't be looking to take like an insane risk reward, probably like a 1 to 2, potentially 1 to 2 a 1 to 3 would be at the highs again. I probably should look to take a 1 to 2. Just kind of like when the stop loss is bigger, obviously the risk reward is going to be harder to get. Fuck. Yeah. Okay. 2 RR on that. That is great movement. What's the point of control saying? Because we're above 200 EMA. Yeah, point of control is in our favor. It's above our zone. If this point of control was in our zone or below our zone, then it kind of serves as a magnet and it would just bring price down. It leads to a lot of fake outs if it's in our zone, or just shoot straight through. I did run into that 1 to 3 to be fair. But yeah, I'm fine with 1 to 2 when the stop loss is a bit bigger. It really does like to run to the opposing liquidity. as we know, like liquidity sits on swings, so you can just have your take profit at liquidity. Shit is always gonna like serve you well, especially longer term. But yeah, just a pretty big stop loss. Trade frequency is already pretty good. Is that the second trade already? Nice. Because like you need to remember we're trading 6 instruments. NAS is just one of 6. We're trading all of these, so there's gonna be setups on those other pairs too. So don't feel like you need to like force trades on one pair just because you feel like you're not getting trades, because you're backtesting one pair at a time. If you compare all your trades, if you make spreadsheets for every single trade you take and kind of compare them together, you will see how many trades you actually do take. Potential demands, super uptrending, above 200. Point of control isn't in favor, but when prices spread out like this, you can't expect it to be. We are just shooting up. Okay, are we ever gonna... kind of getting too far from the 200 EMA. I mean, it's a future. I expect that to happen. It's extremely bullish. There was a potential. We are just kind of running, and entry was not the nicest. If I was looking at entry, it would be break of candle. We'll see. Once again, we're back testing. We need some more data. So we'll see if price does like to keep running at points like this. 1 to 1.5 is kind of like a safe take profit. At times like this, you can use Fibonacci retracement. You're never really going to see me using it, but we literally don't know where to target. Yeah, I'm chill over 1 to 1.5. Holy shit. Because we've just been running for so long, like we can expect retracement at some point. We're never going to keep running like this. There's so many gaps that need to be filled, but looks like we just want to keep running up for now. Yeah, once again, another 1 candle liquidity. Seems to be hitting on NAS. This is already the second trade using 1 candle liquidity. But yeah, we'll see if we keep continuing to the upside. Does it have entire days where it just keeps running, or is that a thing? Another potential zone there, but I'm not a fan of the liquidity. Didn't break the high on the second time round. Just looking at this, and yeah, matched the low of the zone. It didn't break through, but yeah, it matched the low. I don't really like how far liquidity is either. So too low quality. I'm just looking at fucking hindsight probably. But yeah, that's kind of like all I'm planning to do for Christmas, just through Christmas. I mean, it's Christmas Eve right now. Just straight alone in the crib, back testing. It's always quite nice. Always quite nice. And that's not cope. I'm quite grinchy, to be fair, this year. Not feeling it. Liquidity's too far on this zone. Point of control is above. With NAS, you're going to be bullish more than bearish. So 200 EMA isn't going to be as valid on like gold, NAS, platinum. Just super bullish pairs. So we're always going to be in favor for buys. Yeah, point of control is in favor, and we match this key level over to the left. Like we can expect to go bullish from a point like this. We have here. Just connect these taps here, kind of matching it again. But yeah, I'm not a fan of liquidity's distance. If you were looking at something like this, I wouldn't like to take that. We'll see if we want to go and grab liquidity anyways. Not really seeing any zones. Yeah, we did. Never actually got stopped out, but yeah, I don't like that as a setup. And you're not going to really see me take these older kind of zones. I've been saying it a lot more recently. Just, I'm a fan of when it happens within like a few hours. I like those kind of setups. This is what, 8 hours ago. Like, it's just harder to see active investors. And yeah, we never ran to liquidity. It's always going to be like, that's going to be my take profits 90% of the time. Like 1 to 2 minimum most of the time. I know I literally just took a 1 to 1.5 here. That's because we were just running. We didn't really have any clear take profits, and that was past the opposing liquidity anyway. Just like a pretty shit entry. Yeah, so all stuff to really keep your win rate fucking great. Like, you don't want to be too greedy at a point where we could retrace. I mean, for obvious reasons. And yeah, you want to maximize these kind of trades. Like, there is a high chance that we're going to grab this liquidity. Just try and get more RR out of that. I mean, trade frequency is not bad once again. We're already 3-4 trades in. But yeah, just a 7 a.m. Yeah. All right. Potential demand double topped. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Once again, this just older zone, still a double top, so I'm not looking to take anything like, oh shit, anything like that. Just older, like we're not breaking these highs convincingly. Retrace movement towards zone is nice and all, but still just not high quality. We broke this high, technically it's valid, but yeah. You don't need to force trades. We've been given so many good trades already. Like, I'm not looking to force anything. I'm never looking to force anything. There was a potential demand here, which was quite nice, but I don't think point of control was in favor, and we just shot down anyway. Let's see. I mean, we're looking extremely bearish. We just filled in all of this kind of retracement back here, over to the left, matching this key level, but we're literally at the end of our session, so not looking like any setups on the 8th. I don't know if you guys have already backtested this year. If not, just get on that shit. We need as much data as possible. Literally switching all of our pairs to futures, so you need to kind of figure out how they work. There's a potential supply up here, which is actually looking very nice. Very bearish market structure. Just because it's a bullish instrument doesn't mean that sells are off the board. This is just like very textbook. Very textbook. Gaps attached to our zone is always nice to see. Liquidity is just very clean over multiple swings. I mean, it's pretty easy to say that breakable structure is really fucking clean. And movement could be nicer, but still very, very nice. 10, 15 directional close. It's not the most convincing directional close, but it is still a directional close to a potential 1 to 4.5. There's going to be liquidity sitting just below this swing. That's just how the market moves, as we know. Is that a retest? That is a retest. Shit. Grab that liquidity. We'll see if you want to go down and grab the entire liquidity, or just what wants to happen. Looks like we do. We never actually get stopped out, which is actually mental. And it could have gone on for a 1 to 10, but I mean a 1 to 4.5. I don't think I have to really say how insane that is. 100% win rate right now, which is fucking mental. Especially with these risk to rewards. People are usually getting like 1 to 1, like 1 to 1 to 1 to 2s. 1 to 2s are seen as great. This is a 1 to 4.5. That's pretty mental. I wasn't really looking at any of this movement. I was just kind of seeing that trade play out. Yeah, it's past our session anyways. Just straight on to the next day. You really don't need like brain fog when you're backtesting. Just look for all the shit we look for. Oh, zone forms super clearly. Liquidity's formed. I mean, with futures, price action is so clear too. Like, we can see liquidity clearly. We can see the breaker structure clearly. You don't need to look for these like really intra move kind of setups. You don't need to force some shit where you're hesitant about it. You can just wait for a good setup and it will come. This was potentially quite nice, to be fair. I mean, directional got stopped out. Let me go back and see what point of control is saying here. Yeah, quite nice. Once again, I don't use accuracy zones for NASDAQ. Kind of going too fast. It's quite annoying how I already see what happens. So this would be aiming for opposing liquidity. Yeah, get stopped out here. re-entry on break of candle. I wouldn't look to take a flip. This isn't a higher time frame candle. We're not on the hour. We're not on like the half hour candle either. So it's just looking like a break of candle re-entry to the same highs, like a 1 to 2. Yeah, not even like getting to this supply yet. I like a 1 to 2 potentially. See what wants to happen. Yeah, clean as fuck. It's very clean. Re-entry, and we're still 1R up, so we didn't lose anything on this whole move. Could have held to a 1 to 3 too. Once again, liquidity above here, and I mean Nasdaq is just bullish as fuck. That's honestly like all it comes down to. You don't need to make it super complex. You don't need to you don't need much bullish confirmation to take buys in this pair, which is always nice. It's just, once again, just clear as fuck. It's so clear. Right. Yeah, just shooting to the downside. Looks like that's the end of our session. Are you guys should be like taking a tally. I can't remember what hour we're up right now, but easily double digits, right? 4.5. I mean, already halfway there. So yeah, I'd say we are. 7 a.m. next day, almost perfectly. That's crazy. We are looking very bearish, but yeah, we just broke this low too. So we'll kind of see. Do we want to keep breaking to the upside, or I don't like this as a setup. If this is something you guys saw, the liquidity is not convincing at all, and we never break a low after liquidity. If we're saying that this is liquidity, then that's just not clean. That's not a visual swing. We can't be confident. And if you're saying this is liquidity, then we never broke this low over to the left. If we did, then it would have been clean. If this gave like clear bearish candle closes below this resistance over to the left, but that's just way too much resistance to know that we're going to break through it. But we do, and we're going to continue bearish. So we're going to keep looking for supplies. No key levels over to the left. We're kind of just running to the downside. And there is kind of a lot of room for retracement to the upside in potential days to come. So we'll see if that wants to happen. Not going to happen today though. We're already at 12. Yeah, breaking to the upside, but yeah, no valid zones. No demands down here. These are all invalid. Just straight mitigated straight away from that bearish candle into our zone. Although it looks like good structure for a setup, and it still might run. It's still not anything that I'm going to look to take. And yeah, we're past our session anyways. I'm liking the trade frequency, to be fair. In recent markets, it wasn't thrown as much, but I mean, it's still like very profitable. It's like 100% win rate months, but maybe you get 2 setups or something. This was clean as fuck. Once again, just went too far, which is very fucking annoying. I've been doing that a lot. I think I'm a bit not tired of backtesting. Obviously, I know the data collection and everything, but I don't want to go off hindsight at all when I'm backtesting, which I don't think I am. Yeah, pretty much filled in this retracement over to the left, so we're not setting on too many gaps. I mean, back here we are. But as we saw earlier, Nasdaq really does just like to fucking run. So yeah, give this a little bit of a look. See what wants to happen. Yeah, 1 to 2 hit. Fuck me, man. So yeah, this is just showing how bullish this is as a pair. We've just ran this much overnight. I mean, we're still filling in retracement. There's still so many gaps above. We don't know when it's going to be filled in, but we know it is going to be filled in. See if it wants to be filled in on this move. Like, you can see the potential TPs, but I don't look to take high TPs. I like a high win rate, personally. And, I mean, still, the TPs that we get are fucking insane. Could once again be a 1 to 3. I think 1 to 3 is probably the most consistently hit risk to reward on futures. I can't lie. Like, most trades on 1 to 3 is hit, which is just insane to say, especially with the win rate that we get. This is probably sitting on like an 80% win rate right now, right? I don't know how many trades we've taken, but we've lost 1 and we've taken more than 5 trades. So we're sitting somewhere around there. Yeah, that's the end of our session. 80% win rate. Average risk to reward is probably like a 2.5 or like a 1 to 3 right now. So fucking mental. Price action is not clean at all right now. Like we could continue going upwards, but we've got gaps over to the left. Just filled in all of this retracement, which is good for the perspective of sells. Like we came down, filled it again, but this is just very rangy. So we'll see what wants to happen. Yeah, I wouldn't really be looking to take a demand like this. I know I've been saying that we are like on a super bullish instrument, but if the market isn't clear, then you don't need to take a trade. Don't feel like taking a trade is just doing more work, because then you're just going to be forcing shit to look like you're doing more work. It's like most traders are posers, to be fair. Don't think that taking trades is going to be what gets you to profitability. It's literally just seeing your plan play out. And I mean, part of our trading plan is waiting for clear market structure. That's the first thing we do every single day. I'm not seeing much today. What the fuck candle is that? I mean, 130. That's looking like some unemployment claims or something. Jeez. Right, yeah, next day. Yeah, that's why you always see the people that are just like grinding in silence actually make it, because they don't think that doing more is what's going to get them there. Then they're not trying to prove to anyone like, look how much work I'm putting in. So I'd 100% say try and be like that guy. We are looking bullish. I'm not seeing any zones though. Above 200, point of control is in favor if a zone wants to be thrown. I'm not a fan of this demand. Liquidity is just pretty fucking far. If that was a potential zone, liquidity would be all the way up here. It's just not great structure. Once again, it's still probably going to fucking run, I say. But yeah, nothing that I'd look to take, which is dope. Potential supplies for this retracement, but I don't really see any potential supplies. Okay. Yeah, end of our session anyway. Just super choppy price action on this day. Like bare wicks all around. Just not great volume. A lot of hesitance in the market. Once again, just wait for that clear price action. It's going to come at some day. So don't. It's not like a quota. You don't need to hit a trade every day. Probably fucking do, to be fair, on all of these pairs. Like trade frequency on Plat is insane. I kind of mentioned it every fucking video, but a couple weeks ago now, I think it was like last week, yeah, 8.5% across 3 trades, which is just mental. Absolutely mental. There was a kind of supply here, wouldn't look to take after reacting this fucking strongly off a demand. Plus, I don't know if point of control was even in favor. Not that one, this one. Like this is all right liquidity. Usually on a buy, I'd look to take something like that as liquidity. But yeah, just not anything special. I just want to see if point of control was in favor for us. This line over to the left, yeah, point of control wasn't in favor. The price gets drawn to it. We just shoot straight through. Oh. Get that out of here. If you do know what to spot to kind of like avoid losses, obviously your win rate's going to go up. Obviously your gains are going to go up. But I don't know, it's so easy once you understand why the market moves. Like this serves as a magnet. We know why we wait for our entry models, so just be disciplined for our entry models. It's the easiest way to see active investors, like directional close. That comes after clear rejections. Everything is in this fucking strategy for a reason. We're past our session as well. In case you wonder why I just start going fast as fuck. Once again, just reminding you. Yeah, everything is in place for a reason, so just follow it. Don't think breaking your trading plan is going to bring you money. People think like, oh, I'm not making any profit, any gains from following my trading plan. There's going to be like losing places in the market, losing periods. Breaking your trading plan is not going to be the thing. You're not going to be the first trader ever to be able to predict the future. This would have been a potentially good zone. Point of control is beneath, which, as we know, the market is kind of drawn to that, and we shoot straight through anyway. Once we break below our zone, then I'm not going to be looking to take it. I'm just not seeing enough good rejections. The same as if a candle was to close inside of our zone. If this bearish candle closed inside and didn't invalidate already, then the close inside would be another invalidation. It's just all about rejections. That's all that it comes down to. Could be the cleanest zone ever, but if we don't see rejections, then investors don't find it clean, clearly. Shaky price action, not looking to take any zones like this. Like, you potentially might force a trade like this right now, where you are right now. Once again, that's why I'm teaching you guys. But, I mean, this is what you're going to see most of the time. It looks like there's loads of good rejections, but yeah, not a clean zone at all. Plus, looks like there was news anyway. So that could have been market hesitance. You never want to be trading around news. I know investors aren't going to be trading around news, so why would we? Was a potential zone. Would have been clean with a 200 EMA confluence. But, once again, sells with gaps above. We invalidate straight away. Potential demands anywhere? Not really. I don't take accuracy zones, so I wouldn't be looking at anything like this. Literally not on NAS, not on gold, not on plat, not taking accuracy zones. Something like this potentially, but now we're just choppy as fuck. And yeah, looking like we're coming to the end of the day, which is dope. Next day. If nothing's thrown, I'm not looking to take anything. I think that's kind of like the dumbest thing I've said all video. I've gone way too far. But it's just so true. Just, once again, just get it in your head. More trades doesn't equal better trader. That's a common misunderstanding. Super bullish. Definitely in the market for buyers. But are we going to retrace to any demands? Potential demand just here. I'll mark it out. Potential demand just down here. It was potential at this point. If we came down, could have been nice, but looks like we just run off now. And yeah, getting to the end of our session. This is still the only valid demand I really see. Potential one up here now, but I think we're just going to keep running, right? Looks like it. At the end of our session, no, yeah, just run off. Fair enough. And yeah, I just delete those straight away at the end of a session. I'm not going to be looking to carry those over to the next day, obviously. That's just trying to force trades once again. It's just potentially they hit, potentially, but then you're just getting into higher time frame swings. Like, these are just minor swings that form liquidity. Why are we going to be going into like a major structure setup and think that we're going to come back down to zone, like if a zone was here, and then get rejections off of something like that? So yeah, just delete those fuckers as soon as we kind of start running on something like this, or like post session, anything like that. Honestly, going forward, I don't think you're going to be seeing me take any trades from the previous day. You really just don't need to. Trade frequency on futures is so nice. Just because price action is so clear, you can see where investors are. You don't need it. Very bearish right now. Point of control is above though. Potentially retrace, as we know NAS likes to do. That isn't too clean anyway, so just looking at this demand. Invalidated straight away. Never gave a valid entry, which, I mean, yeah, would have lost anyway. That's how dope it is. Actually, no, I probably would have hit TP it wasn't a valid trade anyway. We don't have really like any bullish confluence, even for a future. Right, next day. Trying to keep it concise. Already almost gone for a month. Been going pretty fast as far as backtesting usually goes. Ran a stream over in the mentorship. Got like 14 people in there, and we were just talking. That shit was not an efficient backtesting session, but no, it was a lot about trading, obviously. Looking bullish, kind of match this key level over to the left. Filled in all of these fair value gaps here. Breaking to the upside. Once again, yeah, I'm just still looking for buys. Not much to say. There is no valid buys, so I was kind of looking for a setup to be thrown, but not in an hour. That shit's not happening. It's all good. I'll chuck the percent gain in the comments potentially if I remember to, or like in the description. I'm gonna have all the spreadsheets over in the mentorship, like the actual spreadsheets. I'll show you this is what I got for crude oil right now. Fucking good trade frequency. I don't see many trades in recent markets, but you can't dictate an entire pair's performance off of like one market. That's why I have to do the entire year for all of our pairs, which is gonna take fucking ages. Whilst all of our competition is resting during Christmas or any holiday, we are backtesting for real. How it's got to be. I mean, price action is just pretty shit right now. Like, we could go bullish, we could continue going bearish. Just gonna have to see something clearly, but it looks like, yeah, end of our session without anything really being thrown. I wouldn't look to take any sells over here. Once again, just a bit older, just very not clean. Looking bullish now though. Would be nice to break this key level just here to continue going to the upside. Just clear candle closes above there. Not too big a fan. I'm just looking at this demand here. I'm not really a fan. Sorry, I'm just seeing if I'm muted. Not really a fan at all. Liquidity is very far. Point of control is in confluence, but yeah, with liquidity being that far. Oh, that's not, point of control is down here. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't take this. I thought the key level that I drew was the highest volume node. Nah, with point of control sitting in our zone, and then it's probably just gonna be a fake out. Or not. Liquidity is far up. Like, you're gonna see these not lose more than win, but lose so much more than, I mean, valid liquidity distance would. Still won though. That's crazy. It's just good. If lower quality setups are still winning, then that's always going to be a good sign, innit? No, I'm not looking at any back here, but I am looking at it as a key level that we could continue going bullish from, but not seeing any setups anyway. Yeah, next day. It's going fucking well though. Once again, I've not really been tracking my percent gains, but I know it's good. I know it's good right now. I mean, yeah, we are very bullish, sitting on a fat gap right now. Gaps below 2. See, I really do prefer bearish gaps to retrace and refill, especially on a bullish market or bullish instrument, but we'll just have to see what happens. Once again, like, if we start making bearish market structure and then get a supply, I'll be convinced, because that's what we want to see. But yeah, not looking likely. Not looking at anything like back here. Once again, it is just such a higher time frame move. Like, we see our setup, it gets an entry, but then we just keep like going around this kind of area. Potentially on like the 15-minute or any higher time frame, there could be a zone here, but that's just not how I trade. You're going to be holding longer. You're going to be breaking your trading plan to trade something like that, and it fucking lost anyway. Because, I mean, it's just not a significant swing for the entire kind of trade, and it's shit movement. Like, there's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't be taking zones like that. Just wait for one where it happens cleanly, easy to see, everything like that. You will thank me later. Just get someone that can hold you accountable to actually taking a trade like that too. I mean, in the market, either or. I mean, gaps to fill. I would prefer buys, but what wants to be thrown is the question. What wants to be thrown? Not all too much. Is the answer. Why the fuck am I talking like a Shakespearean? What am I talking about? There was a potential supply, but double bottom, like, just to fill in these gaps. But I'm not a fan of that at all, to be honest. Like, let me just mark it out so you see what I'm looking at. Like, you get it at 1, and yeah, it's like technically valid. Not great swing of liquidity. This one also isn't that great if you're looking at either or. And yeah, we break the low, but then we make a higher low. Fuck me. If we're bearish, then we don't want to be seeing like a higher low. Once again, still 1. Just looking like a next day kind of market. Just keep going. Keep going. Yeah, this 7 a.m. optimization is fucking great though. I think we've had maybe like 2, maybe 3, and probably 2 or 3 trades in that new 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. window, which is insane. Considering each one of those is probably sitting around like a 2.5 to 3 risk to reward each. The fact that that's average for us is fucking insane. That is like someone's best trade, probably. This is quite clean. I'm not a fan of the structure towards our zone, to be fair. Not too nice, but we get fake out rejections from a potential demand above us. Get down to our zone, and we're on that new higher time frame candle. Just this candle here. So I wouldn't be looking to take, I mean, this isn't a directional close anyway, but if this closed bullish, I wouldn't enter on this. I'd wait for the next candle and then take on the flip. Although there's not really like much of a lower wick for that new higher time frame candle, that new 1 hour, but still valid. Just take to 1 to 3, sits on this liquidity up here. Already seeing great movements, but yeah, I mean, market structure's looking great. Not really any gaps below us. Everything's kind of been filled in that needed to be filled in. I mean, we've got some down here. We know they're going to be filled, but it doesn't have to be right now. That is just fucking great movement, man. That is insane. That is great. Shit. Not much else to say. I'm looking for other zones. I'm just looking for trade frequency, but yeah, coming to the end of our session. So that's an entire month in literally, how long have I been recording for? 39 minutes. Just fantastic. Just great. Yeah, once again, I'll compile all of this. Well, I need to rewatch it, chuck it all into a spreadsheet, which is long as fuck. But I'm going to mention the time entered, the entry taken, win rate, if liquidity TP was hit. Liquidity TP being the opposing liquidity. I think on most of our wins, I'm going to be saying yeah. So that could increase our win rate by like 1.5 RR each, just holding to the opposing liquidity. But yeah, opposing liquidity was hit on this trade. If we just look back and get some, once again, it's all just data collection. I wasn't looking to take that trade. I was just leaving it on the, I don't know, data once again. Opposing liquidity is hit. Opposing liquidity is hit on the re-entry. Opposing liquidity was hit on this. Remember, we never got stopped out here. That could have been a 1 to 10. Opposing liquidity is hit. Just think about it. What is all of that going to be added up to? With this alone, you're getting 5.5 risk to reward. Once again, I wouldn't be holding for something like that. It's just like consistency rules on prop firms. They're not going to let you get payouts on that anyway. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you want all of this data and on the other 5 of my fucking pairs, literally the entire year's worth of data, I'm going to be chucking that into the mentorship. Once again, just great knowledge to have going into the new year. Going to make the most of it. I think futures are literally going to change the liquidity supply and demand game, the LSD model. And I'm excited to see where it goes. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys got some value from this. Hope you found something that could increase your win rate. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.